All right, here we go back again. We got another podcast. Another boxer, man. We're that's like 3
SoCal
right
boxer,
now.
baby.
SoCal boxer, dude. Yeah, same spot too. We're still here in Ontario, man. We might as well just
set up shop
hit
here,
up
a
the
little
GM
studio,
and
man.
ask for a discount or just a permanent room or something, man. Shit.
Extra water bottles or something, man.
No, but excited, man. Excited. We got an undefeated boxer. Should be in line for a title shot next fight or maybe the fight after that. But excited that we were able to reach out. You hit back and we were able to get this done, man. Thanks for being here. Got Arnold Barboza.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you guys
Junior.
having me.
Yeah, my bad, Junior.
Nah, it's all good.
Yeah, no, thanks for coming out, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I know we delayed you a little bit, about an hour. Bob Menery.
Yeah, Bob Menery owes us.
Yeah, you always, man.
Hey,
Oh, you held on my dinner.
yeah. Bob definitely owes us, and I'll make sure that he pays it back with interest.
All right.
But yeah, man. Where? So right now, where you? Are you around here? You're still in El Monte. I know you came out of El Monte, but where you located at now?
Well, I live in I currently live in the Rupa Valley, like the Riverside area. I train in Bell Gardens at the Fundamentals Boxing Gym.
Okay.
So nice private gym that we have, with our cut man, and real cool setup.
Damn, that's a drive, huh?
Yeah, it's a drive, man. But when I'm in camp, I usually leave out for camp. I usually leave out somewhere. Like my last camp, I was in Big Bear. I like the isolation. I like
really?
I like being by myself, and I don't know, I'm a very self motivated person.
Do you do kind of like the no social media type of thing, like interaction while you're in camp, like just zoned in? Is that kind of the approach that you take?
Yeah, my last camp, I actually did something new. I got rid of my phone. I have a guy that runs my social media. He posts all the content because I don't know how to work that thing, man. Trust me. So I have a guy that does the videos and he edits them and posts them, whatever. But I got rid of the phone, turned off my phone. I had a backup phone just for like a few 3 numbers in there, just for like my mom or just people that needed to get hold of me. My kids. And I just I got out of social media and I just focused on reading. And and read a couple books, and yeah, man, just here and there watch a little Netflix, but that was it.
Hey, so when you're out there and when you go into camp, bro, and you're in you said Big Bear, right?
Yeah.
Is it for the elevation? Does that play a factor in your training camp?
Oh yeah, it's a huge elevation. Elevation's huge, man. I had a few camps up there. My first camp was with Mike Alvarado, against Mike Alvarado. My second one was when I fought Alex Salcedo. So I felt like I needed to go back out there because that's when I got the best out of myself,
Oh, okay.
The elevation's a big thing, man, and just being isolated, man, the routine is it's amazing, the routine, and you got the gym in the bottom, right? You're sleeping on top and the gym's in the bottom.
Oh, dang.
So it's like you're not leaving anywhere, bro. You don't have to drive anywhere. You need to go to the market. You got pops to go to the market or something, but for food, but it's I love it, man. That's what I like being in.
So training camp, like how many weeks before an actual fight do you start usually?
I do a long training camp. I do a 12-week camp. Only because the first 4 to 5 weeks I do my strength and conditioning, and that's before sparring. I don't do strength and conditioning while I'm sparring. So I focus on the strength conditioning first, and my conditioning, strength conditioning, and my gym work. But I prep myself really good before I start hard sparring. Once I start the hard sparring, then I let go of that strength conditioning and I just maintain it, doing little stuff here and there. But I focus more on the sparring and the training and the running after that.
Gotcha. And then how many weeks before do you spar all the way up until like fight day, or do you cool it a little bit before then just to like avoid injury and so forth?
I spar until like the week before the fight. The week before the fight, I stop sparring maybe like on a Wednesday, and then I just I rest the rest until just start training, losing the last little weight that I have to lose, and that's about it. Gotcha.
So I guess let's go back a little bit. So like, what age did you start boxing at?
Man, I started when I was 5.5 years old.
Damn, that's crazy. 5.5. Is that actually like is that actually when you started going to the gym and so forth, or is it just like punching around the house, kind of like a bag?
Nah, I was going to the gym.
Damn, that's crazy.
My sisters were in boxing as well. And my sister was going with Ben Lira and South Amani, the Teamsters. And my dad was he was a pro kickboxer, so he was going to a gym down Tyler. It was a kickball. It's no longer there with Lorenzo, and since I couldn't fight USA boxing because you have to be 8 years old, so I was too young. So I would go to the gym with my dad, and then I had like 25 smoker fights before I even and then I went legit and I had my first amateur fight, but I already had 25 before that, you know.
Damn.
Yeah, so yeah, it was a good, it's crazy experience. I was fighting like on some of the same cards as my dad, you know, like clubs and stuff like that.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
So there's like 5-year-olds fighting and like organized fighting.
I don't know about now, but back then
Like
I was like, you know, I was fighting. Yeah.
Did your sister go like semi-pro or anything like that, or?
No, she didn't go pro, but she won the nationals, you know, and when she was an amateur, and she was really good, you know. And then she, you know, she stopped for her reasons, but you know, yeah, she was
Older
good.
Or younger?
She's older, a little older than me. Yeah.
She used to whoop your ass or what?
Nah, still.
What are you gonna
Nah, maybe back then, yeah. Back then she'll get me, you know. But she still got it, man. When I went to Big Bear, she was hitting the mitts with my pops, and it was pretty cool to see. Yeah.
That's cool, man. That's cool. So, is that your only sibling?
No, I got 2 sisters. I got her, another older sister, and then I got a younger brother who's 16 now, and he just recently a few months ago decided that he wanted to take boxing serious and want to start training.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
Mm-hmm.
How's your pops feel about all his kids getting into it? And
My pops is excited, man.
Yeah?
Just like me, you know. My pops is like, man, you know, because I have 2 sons, you know, and I mean, I don't push them to box. You know, they've trained when they were little, but you know, I don't push them. You know what I mean? They don't need to. But my brother saying that, my dad was like, all right, he was all pumped up, and I was like, oh shit, like, man, he done did that one, you know. So yeah, I'm excited, man. Hopefully my brother, you know, takes it serious. Right when he messaged me, and he's like, hey bro, like I want to take boxing serious, you know. And I was like, okay. I was like, well, you know what that means? You gotta dedicate yourself. It's gonna take a lot of work. It's not gonna be easy. He's like, no, I'm willing to do it. I said, okay. I was like, well, whatever you need from me, I got you. Damn, you know, whatever doors you need me to open, you know, for you, I got you. You know, whatever you need, supplements or you need gloves, you need whatever you need, I got you. You know, so just reach out, and you want to work, you know, I'll help you with whatever that can. I got you.
That's cool, badass, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, is there a reason? Or what was the reason? Like, I know Pops, you said was a professional kickboxer, right? Why you guys went boxing instead of kickboxing?
Yeah, you know what? My pops told me that he put me in boxing because he knew that there was no money in kickboxing.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah,
you know,
especially back in the day.
Yeah. And probably still now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, you don't see kickboxing on TV.
That's more popular. What? No, is that like Thailand and shit, or where's kickboxing?
That. And even back then, right? Like, there was not even no MMA to kind of take it to. At least MMA, where you were making money back then, especially, right? Yeah. So there was nothing that you could really veer out. Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. So he stopped kickboxing and to train me fully. You know, he's seen something in me. So he had like 13 fights. He was actually 13-0. He was pretty good. But that was like more like I'm telling you, like smoker fights, man. So it was crazy scene, you know. You see people betting, you see people doing like, you're like dang,
illegal
you know, like, yeah, you're smoking and shit, like damn. You know, like it was crazy, man. It was a crazy experience, man, growing up. Yeah.
Hey, at 5 years old, you can't hit hard enough to knock out another 5-year-old, right? They're probably just, can you? I don't know.
I mean, man, not really. You know, you're just throwing. You don't get tired. You don't really need to run, you know, but my dad always made it serious, man. Like, you know, I'm telling you, like
competitive, huh?
Competitive. Like, I mean, that's why I got kind of burned out, you know, and I stopped boxing because he got really excited, you know, and when you're as a parent, you know, and I could relate, you know, like when my son was playing football, and I love football, so he was scoring like 2 touchdowns a game, man. And I was the dad that was holding the sticks, yelling, you know what I'm saying? I was that dad.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I was that dad, you know. So man, so he got kind of burned out, you know. I pushed him a lot too, you know, and so I understood, you know. But my dad's like, you know, man, you know, he to this day he'll never make that mistake again, you know. So he told my brother, hey, if you do it, you do it. If you don't, you know, I understand. You know what I'm saying? So,
at what age did you get burned out?
About like 12 and 13 years
12,
old.
13?
I stopped. Yeah.
Dang.
I called it quits. Yeah.
How did Pops take that, dude? Was he like heartbroken?
Well, at the time he was already training other fighters.
Oh, okay.
You know, he had other boxers, but I mean, still, you know, it kind of affected him, you know, because in a way, man, he kind of, it affected him because of the trouble I was getting into, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the route that I was going, you know, so he was kind of like, what's happening to my son? You know what I'm saying? So that was, I know that was rough for him, man. I know that wasn't a proud moment in his life, you know. So it kind of, I know it bothered him.
Did you get into some fights in school?
Oh man,
yeah.
Ask around, bro. Yeah, I used to.
Were you undefeated at school too, or what?
Always, man. You know what I mean? But now I used to like. I'm telling you, I think when I wasn't in boxing, I had that like I wanted to fight. You know what I'm saying? I think that's why I fought. You know. Started in middle school, you know, and then in high school a lot too, you know. But that's why after high school, I was like, man, what am I going to do in my life? I know I'm not going to go to college. Like, I wasn't, you know, I knew it wasn't for me. You know, I was like, man, I'm just going to go back to boxing, you know, like, I'm going to try it, you know, see where I go.
Were you ever nervous to actually get in a fight, like even a street fight, or do you feel like a boxer just kind of has that like ready to box?
Nah, man, I was always confident, that's for sure, you know, because, you know, there's always bigger dudes. I was fighting older dudes, you know, but I mean, I was always confident, but you're always nervous, you know what I mean? Like, but then at the end of the street, you're not really thinking about it. You just start doing it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it was crazy, man. You know, a lot of friends that I had felt brave around me because, you know, you know, I was always beating people up.
Yeah.
Got you on my side, shoot.
Yeah. That's cool, man. So like around that age, that's kind of like, would you say like the when you stop boxing is kind of when you start getting into trouble, like at boxing at school and stuff, and getting in fights?
Yeah, man. You know, it was that age. It was that age, man. Like I believe it was like, man, like starting like 6th grade. You know, like it was like 6, 7, 8. I was bad, man. You know, like, and I remember we moved to Victorville. You know, we moved to Victorville for like a year or two, and then that's when I got in really a lot of trouble because, you know, a lot of racism going on over there. You know. Yeah. And I remember the first day of school, man. I got in a fight and I got suspended, and they never expelled me. I would fight a lot. They never expelled me because, you know, my mom was saying that they're racist. You know, so they kind of didn't want to catch it. I guess a lawsuit or whatever. Yeah. So I just, man, but I was being bad. You know, I just trying to do something that. Or trying to be someone that's not me, you know, and you know, my pops, you know, he's a former, you know, gang member and stuff like that. So, you know, growing up around that environment, you know, kind of wanted to kind of take after that, you know, and my pops had a real good talk with me, man, and it kind of changed me, you know.
Yeah, that's kind of true, man. Like I was always taught, like most of the time, because I got kids, same thing. It's like if you want to keep them out of trouble, put them in some kind of sport so they don't have that time to be in the
free time.
That free time is dangerous, right? Because let's face it, you're going to hang around some bad kids eventually, and they're going to get you in that trouble, right?
Yeah.
So
go for it.
You were out in Victorville, huh, when there was nothing out there then, huh? There was not much out there, right?
Yeah, so when we moved out to Victorville, that was when everybody moved out there because they were building all these houses, bro, and they were cheap. Yeah. You know, like you got these 2-story houses, bro, for like $2-something, you know, like real cheap, bro. So you had everybody from like LA, San Bernardino, everyone moving up there. You know, so that's why it got bad, you know, because there was so many different races and so many, like, you know, kind of different, some hood people moving up there, you know, and so, man, I'm telling you, you had just, I remember there was a high school that was so bad that they had to, like, they used to have rumbles and stuff, bro, and it was crazy, man, like, so, man, it was really, like, it got bad because of that, you know, everyone started moving up there, and then once I got expelled out there, my dad's like, man, it's time to move back, you know, so we moved back. My dad sold the house right in time and moved back, you know, moved back to Almani.
Oh, cool.
How old were you at that time?
I was, I think I came back when I was, like, going to enter 8th grade.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got it, 7th, I was out there, like, 6th and 7th grade. Dang. And then just, man, it was, and then it was crazy, bro. I had so much freedom because, like, my dad worked in Rosemead still. Him and my mom. So me and my sisters would stay home, and so he had to leave like at 4 a.m. just to get to work like around 7 something, you know. And then by the time he got home, it was like 9:30 at night. So, bro, we were kids at home, you know what I'm saying? My sisters were taking care of me, and you know, and bro, I would never go to school. I would ditch, and for some reason my school never called my parents. So, bro, cops would get to the house like trying to take my parents to court because I was never in school.
Oh, the truant officers.
Yeah, and then my sisters were never in school either, but my sister was smart enough to write her own letter to excuse herself, but she'll never make me one, you know? Yeah, bro. So I was like, dang, you know, like, you know, so yeah, but even though the cops would go to the house, they would never see my parents there.
Yo. You know, because my parents were there. Crazy though, because I remember as a kid, my parents did the same thing. So I grew up in Fontana, but they worked in like the city of Monrovia. Yeah. So they'd be out there like all day and come back at night. But the crazy part of it now is like, to leave your kid home alone, it's like crazy. People are like freak out. I remember, dude, we would be cooking ourselves, everything good,
making everything, bro.
Like you walking to school, you don't even see that many kids walking to school like back in our day, dude. Like everybody's getting rides dropped off.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. No, yeah, same here, man. Like my mom, same thing. She raised me, single parent, so she would work all day, and we would all ditch school. And my house was like right across the street from the high school, so we'd go in my backyard. And we had boxing gloves, dude. And everybody, just like a little fight rink, dude, in the back. And then we would do that. And then when I would ditch, I would unplug the answering machine. So the school couldn't leave a message.
Yeah.
So that's what I would do. And then I would have my cousin call the next day because she was older. was like, hey, can you get my absence excused? And that's how I went about it.
Yeah, same thing. When I would ditch, I wasn't smart enough to write.
But nowadays, dude, kids are screwed, dude. I get a message every time my kids.
Oh, yeah.
Parents
Square.
Yeah,
bro, it's crazy. You can't get away with nothing now.
Nothing,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's crazy, man. Because I remember my sister, like I said, she used to excuse herself, and I never get excused. So it was just so much freedom that we had up there, man. And then to top it off, in Victorville at the time, so the school that I went to was kind of like in the middle of nowhere, right? So the buses, like, it'll take us like 30 minutes to get to school, right? They'll pick us up all at one stop, and we'll go in like 30, 40 minutes. And getting to the school, there was no like cement road. It was like kind of still dirt.
Oh, damn.
So even when it would just drizzle, they'll cancel school.
Oh,
yeah. So we'll listen on a radio and a certain station, right? And they'll be like, oh, okay, like this school and this school and this school don't have school today because of the rain, bro. Even if it's just drizzle. So imagine when it snowed, bro. Like we wouldn't have school. Damn. So on top of all that ditching I did, they called off the school probably like 20, 30 days. Yeah, because of snow and rain. So I never went to school, for like 6th grade, 7th grade. So I remember at the end of the year, the board would get together and be like, okay, if we have to make up those days, but then they wouldn't do it. Be like, okay, nah, you guys just go ahead, So man, I was never in school, bro. So I was like, I just stay home, make licuados or go with friends. All my buddies were in high school, so they drove, so we'd be everywhere, bro. Swap meets, and we'd do a lot of things, man. Yeah.
Dang. So then, how hard was it for you when you came back to El Monte, and the school? Like, how far behind were you since you were like hardly ever in school? Was it?
Yeah,
it was far behind. Or
yeah, what? it was troubling, man. But good thing I had friends, man. Like I had homegirls that help me out, like damn, help me out, Yeah, but even over here, man. Even when I got back, I got in trouble. I was still being a little knucklehead, and I went into to this called the OR, the opportunity room, because I was in trouble, and so it was basically almost like man, I don't know, it was almost like, you just literally like you couldn't be with the other kids in recess. You were just in one class, all the bad kids in one class.
Yeah, we had that too.
Yeah. And so I was in that class, and I remember we couldn't we couldn't socialize, so our lunch would go get our own lunch right back into class.
Oh shoot.
And if it wasn't for that class, I don't think I would have graduated, because the teacher, Miss Flores, man, she loved me, and she would help me out so much, and then I remember when I graduated, she like was so proud, and I was like, man, that was pretty cool, So yeah, the OR, man, I was in that room too. I was a bad kid. Yeah.
Do any of your old teachers follow you like on Instagram?
Yeah, Miss Flores. Yeah, she follows me. Yeah, she follows me.
Dude,
Yeah,
cool.
so I'm gonna let her know that I talked about her today, man. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
That's badass. Yeah, isn't it crazy though? Like you separate yourself from like your friends and stuff, and you can get your work done and everything done. But if you're mingled into it, sometimes you don't get your shit done, man.
No, I had friends in there, bro. We were in trouble, so we were in there too. You know what I mean? But Miss Flores was strict, like she was like, but she was like strict, but she made it fun, man. Because like it was supposed to be like no talking, it was supposed to be strict, but man, she was cool, man. Like she like made it to like we understood her, she understood us, and she made it fun. She made it fun. She made it cool, man. To we wanted to be there. Like man, forget the other classes, you stay here.
Yeah. Shout out to all the cool teachers out there.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah. That's cool, man. Some teachers are tough, dude. Like stuck in the. I remember I had a teacher. She was like a doctor, and we had to refer to her as doctor. I don't even remember her last name, man, but she was so strict, dude. Like she will not let anybody get away with anything, dude. So yeah, it just makes it tougher when it's not fun or when it feels like it's like I don't know. I'm probably just crying about the bad grade she gave me.
So you jump back into El Monte, right? You go back to El Monte, and then that's is that where you start boxing again?
Nah. So I was getting in a lot of trouble, and my dad would take me to the gym, and he's like, I don't care if you don't train, but you're just gonna stay. You're gonna stay there and watch. And I was like, all right, stay there and watch. So I wouldn't train. So all through high school, I didn't box either. I fell in love with football, so that's why I got out of trouble, was because I needed to get decent grades to play football. I really like football. Oh yeah. So I wanted to play football. I wanted to play, so I would do good. It's like not good, but I would, get enough grades to pass, and I'm one person. I'm a person that, if I do something, I'm going to do it 100%, and that's one thing my dad's always taught me. Hey, if you're going to do that, you better do it 100%. Even if you're going to get in trouble, you better do that 100%. You know what I mean? That's the way it is, Yeah. So I remember my junior year, I was starting linebacker, and I remember I got trucked in the game like so many times. The whole team did by this one dude. And I remember after that, I was like, man, it's never gonna happen to me again. You know, so I didn't go to summer school that whole summer. I was playing football, I was practicing, but I was just lifting, bro, just in the gym, like 2-3 times a day. Boom, boom, boom. I'll lift at the team. I'll go to Bally's. I'll lift at Bally's, you know, and taking my supplements, you know, religiously, you know, on same man. I used to be a Ronnie Coleman fan. So I used to look at the Ronnie Coleman diets because I didn't want to be like that ripped up big guy. I wanted to be like just bulky, you know, like a linebacker, you know. So I went up to like 215. You know, when I came back to school, I was like, dang, what the heck happened to you, bro? Because I was like 160, you know, and I was just, boom, I was like, man, I'm doing this, you know. So played football my senior year. After football, I went to college to practice with the team for like a few days. You know, I went to the weight room, and I was like, man, these dudes are like what? Like I max out these are starting off with, you know, big old dudes, 6 something, you know, and I'm like, dang, you know. No way, you know. I was like, man, like, what am I gonna do with myself? You know, like, I don't want to just work a regular job. Like, I had a problem with like authority. You know, I had a problem with like, you know, like, why do I have to eat when you're telling me to eat? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a grown man. You know, like, why do I have to go to lunch, you know, at a certain time and only have a certain time to eat? You know, why do I have to like kind of ask for permission to go to a restroom? You know, why am I scared that, you know, I can't be in this restroom too long because I have to go to work? You know, nah, like, you know, like I had trouble with that. So I was like, man, you know, I mean, I had to work, but at the same time, I'm like, man, what do I know how to do? Like, I know how to fight, you know, and I've been fighting for free, you know, in the street or whatever, you know. So I'm like, man, I might as well go back to boxing. And to me, I didn't go back to boxing thinking like, oh, I'm gonna make it to a level that I'm at. You know, I went back to boxing to say, you know what, I'm just gonna do it because I wasted a lot of my life doing it when I was young. A lot of my childhood is gone because of it. So I might as well just do it. See what happens. You know, I'm gonna have like 3 fights. You know. 3 fights came, I won. I was like, oh, all right, cool. 5 fights, I'm all right. I'll just do it till like I lose. Still haven't lost, bro. So I'm like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yeah, let's do it. You know. Dang. So yeah, man, it's been definitely a journey, man, because you know I was working too. You know, working a full-time job. You know, I had my kids. You know, I had my family.
How old were you when you had your first kid?
I was in high school. I was 17 years old.
Oh, it's this guy right here, dude.
Yeah, brother. Another struggle.
Yeah. No, I was actually 16 when he was born. You know, so
it actually helps you like grow up though, right? Because you have no other route to go, man. Yeah, you gotta start providing. So, don't recommend it, but I'm saying it definitely made me elevate my level. Yeah. If I could go back. Not saying that I wouldn't do it, but I don't know where my life would have veered off towards if I didn't have that. So
no, 1,000%, man. You know, because I remember, you know, when my parents found out, you know, my dad, it was on Thanksgiving. My dad already knew, and I was scared to tell him. You know, I didn't know how to tell my parents. So my dad already knew because I would work at my dad's job. Like my dad always did a good job of always taking me to work. Oh, okay. You know, so he like when I was little too, like he used to work at this beer distributing company. So so he used to take me when I was little, like 13, you know, like just to make some side money. Hey, but he used to rip me out, bro. He's like, oh, I'll pay you $20. All right, damn, yeah, $20, you know. But you know, you make tips, you know, like the bars and the liquor stores when you used to load their orders, sometimes they'll tip you $5, whatever. Oh, so I used to make like another $60 on top, you know. Okay. So I used to, you know, so I would, you know, go to work. He always did a good job of taking me, you know, when he could. So I knew what work was, you know, and I remember when I had my, you know, when he told me like, hey, you have anything to tell me? And I was like, no. I was like, no. Yeah, I was like, nah. He's like, are you sure? And he found out because, you know, the mom had went and told him, you know, she knew where I work because they'll take me lunch sometimes, you know, you know. And he's like, are you sure? Yeah. So he's like, and all right, tell your mom. So he told my mom for me. I was right there. And I was like, dang, you know, mom all crying. Oh my God, you know. Yep. And he just told me, hey, you know what you gotta do is you gotta go to work now. Yeah. You gotta take care of your kid and you become a man. I was like, dang, all right. So yeah, I started working, man, and like you said, it matures you up, you know, maybe a little faster than you want to. You know what I mean? And me, I matured faster too because of boxing. Like, I lost my childhood. I didn't have a childhood because of boxing, and on top of that, I had the kid in high school. You know. Yeah. So it's kind of like, you know.
It's like a little buddy, though, dude, growing up. It's like a little buddy, dude. Like it was like, I remember, dude, we go to Blockbuster, rent video games, and be playing together. Yeah, dude, because you're like the age gap, right? It's really, if you think about it, it's like a little brother, right? At the end. So, like, we would go just do stuff like that, amusement parks. It's still fun for you too at the same time, right? But it definitely does once you start realizing the financial obligation, then you're like, oh shit, it's time to grow up now, man.
So. No, yeah, man, that's definitely because I played football, so I couldn't go to Friday nights we played football, but I couldn't go to Saturday film studies with the team and do all the activities because I had to go work, you know.
Dang.
Yeah, so I had to work. Yeah, so it was crazy.
I respect that though, man. Yeah. Like there's a lot of dads that have kids even older, right, that aren't man enough to actually handle the responsibility, but at the end of the day, you take care of your responsibility. It is what it is, right?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, that's good shit, man.
Yeah.
Hey, I got something to go back a little. You said you were a fan of Ronnie Coleman, right? Bodybuilder. Not too long ago, I don't know if you've seen the clip came out with Devin Haney and with Bradley Martin, the bodybuilder, where Bradley Martin, he's a big dude, yoke bodybuilder, says, he's interviewing Haney, and Haney's like, I would beat you in a street fight. I would beat you. The bodybuilder's like, no way, not at you. He's like, I might walk around, wait, I'll beat you. So it became a big deal. Like if you read the comment section, a lot of people are like, no way that Devin Haney could beat a big old bodybuilder like that big. They're saying all he has to do is just grab him, take him to the floor. What do you think on that question, dude?
Well, it depends. You know, like good luck grabbing him.
Yeah,
you know
right.
I mean? Because you know he's an athlete. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He's mobile. You know what I'm saying? So like, I mean, yeah, it's easier said than done. You know what I mean? Like, what do you think? He's gonna let you just grab him and throw him on the floor, exactly. Bro? Nah, you know, like by the time you try all that energy you're gonna waste try grabbing him, maybe you might be too tired to even pick up your hands. You know, and that's when you could start unwelling. I don't know, bro. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I mean, to me, you know, like it doesn't work out when you have too much muscle. You know what I'm saying? In a boxing or whatever. You know.
And just because you're big too doesn't mean you can fight either, right? No, that's like I mean. Yeah, to tie him up is one thing, but do you know what to do after you tie him up also, right? You can only hold
and usually bodybuilders aren't too, for the most part, they don't have a big endurance, right? Like their endurance isn't really good, right? Yeah. They might tire up kind of quick because they got to,
for the most part, blood
flow to all those muscles and stuff like that.
Not like no boxer stamina, man. Yeah, their stamina is crazy. Yeah. Hey, so like walking around, so you fight, was 140? So what's your walking around weight?
I walk around like at 160.
160? Yeah. Oh, not too bad.
Yeah, no, it's not too crazy. You know, before I used to walk around less, but you know, I started you know, walking around a little more, you know, because I felt like sometimes in camps, because I don't stop training, you know what I mean? I stay in the gym all the time, but there's a lot of times in the gym where I was just like, I was training like if I was in camp. You know, by the time camp started, like there's no much more I could push myself, you know what I'm saying? So I started more like, you know, focusing more on fundamentals when I'm in the gym, you know, and, you know, I don't run as much because I'll stay stuck on, you know, a lot of running and doing all that, you know. So you know, I take pride in, you know, trying to take care of myself and trying to be healthy, live a healthy lifestyle.
So that 160, like that's still training and just kind of watching what you're eating? Or is that...
No, I don't really watch what I eat right now. Yeah. I do, like I still, you know, I don't eat after a certain time. Like usually my dinner is always done like around latest like 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. And then when I'm in camp, dinner's done at 3. You know what I'm saying? Sure. So I'm done with dinner at 3. And then if I get hungry, I snack before 7. You know, I don't eat after 7 o'clock. So Bob owes us because I haven't ate. So I had my dinner.
So he owes you a dinner, dude.
He owes me because my dinner's supposed to be earlier. But
dude, we'll take care of you, dude. A good dinner, Bob. Yeah. So how many times throughout the day do you actually eat?
So my schedule is so like right now, since I'm not in camp, you know, I'll get up tomorrow around 5 o'clock. You know, I'll go run. Actually tomorrow a little earlier because I take my kids to school Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. So I'll wake up tomorrow, and then tomorrow actually is Tuesday, right? So I'll wake up tomorrow at 5 o'clock. You know, I'll go run. I'll get home. You know, I'll shower. I'll eat my breakfast, and then I'll take a nap. And then I'll wake up at 11 and go train. You know, but when I'm in camp, you know, I do the same routine. But if I got to do strength and conditioning, I'll train at 11, and then I'm done like around 2. And then I'll rest again. I'll eat my dinner and I'll rest, and then I'll go train again like around 7 at night.
Nice. What are you eating, brother? Just because.
Oh, right now, man. Right now, it's like, you know, I'm eating good, but you know, like I still, you know, like I can, if I like eat something bad, you know, I'm not gonna eat too much of it. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Usually, like have any like type of diet, like as far as like staying away from like carbs or anything, like more protein than anything, or did just random whatever?
You know what? My mom's my chef, and she
okay.
yeah. So she does a lot of studies. She don't cook with a lot of salt and all that. Oh, okay. So she does an amazing job for my camps, man. And she does her homework and all that, you know what I'm saying? But she knows like how to portion it. She don't weigh nothing, bro. She just, and it's food, and it's great food. Yeah. It's pastas, you know. So I could eat pasta like 2 times a week, you know, and I'll eat meat like 2 times a week, you know, and then I'll eat, you know, the chicken, the veggies, all that, man. She's so creative with her food. And I always saw, like, the thing I tell people is, like, with me, when I eat, I always eat a salad before my meal. You know, I eat a salad, and my mom's creative with the salads, bro. She'll cut fruit, and she'll put stuff in there that you don't even think it would be in a salad, and you're like, damn, this is bomb. Yeah. You know, and so I eat that, and then, you know, and then I'll eat, and then by the time I get to my meal, I'm kind of like, oh, you know. Yeah. So I won't eat as much, you know what I mean? But then if I get hungry, you know, I snack on, you know, my yogurt, my fruit. I'm a peanut butter guy, bro, so I snack on peanut butter, you know, with my fruit and my yogurt, you know.
Oh, okay.
Extra crunchy, bro. Skippy. Yeah.
Yeah. I had to have peanut butter.
Get him a Jiffy extra country.
I go Skippy. I'm a Skippy guy. Skippy. I go Skippy extra crunchy, bro.
What about the what is it, the one that's mixed with jelly?
Dude, no, I don't mess with that one. Nah.
That's the ghetto
too
jar.
There's too many preservatives in there, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's the hood jar, dude. Dude. You only got everything in one little thing.
Yeah.
So let's get back to boxing, man. So, all right, so I seen some back and forth with. Obviously, I heard you talk about it before. You and Teofimo. Mm-hmm. That's a fight that you would definitely be interested in.
Man, that's a fight that you know that we thought we were gonna get, and we thought that he was gonna accept, but he didn't. You know, we sent him the offer like 3 or 4 times. You know what I mean? But for whatever reason, he just didn't take it. You know, and I'm to the point. You know, man, I was calling him out. We did all the right things to make that fight. You know, after he fought in Vegas when he fought Campa. I went out, Top Rank sent me out there, and we hyped the fight up because I was going to fight him next, you know, and I went into the ring, and I was talking about it, and we did all that ESPN, all that stuff, and nothing, you know, so I'm to the point where I'm already past it, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. I don't, you know, I'm like, man, whatever, like, I'm not, that ship has sailed, you know what I mean? So to me, I'm in the point right now in my career where I'm done, you know, fighting contenders and top 10 guys that's not in the top 5 or champion, you know what I mean? Because, or big a name, because, you know, I've already proved myself too much, you know what I mean? And I still haven't got the, you know, the exposure and the respect and everything that I deserve, you know. So my next fight, I won't fight until I get a big name, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So that's what we're aiming for, and that's what we're hoping for. So whether it's him or it's someone else, and you know, it's a big name, then that's what we're gonna wait for.
So how does that work? You have a manager who does like the communicating for you, or is that just the promoter?
Yeah, you know, for a lot of my career, it was my dad. That was my manager. But and then we got to a point, you know, in my career where, you know, certain amount of money and certain amount of, you know, certain kind of verbiage of negotiations was happening that
tough, right?
That my dad doesn't really know, and I don't really know. You know what I'm saying? Because me and my dad, like I said, my dad's coming up with me. You know, I always say that. You know, me and my dad come up together. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We're stay together. We come up together. We're learning together. You know what I'm saying? So there was a lot of stuff where I told my dad, I'm like, hey, like, it's time. You know what I'm saying? I know you pay a percentage, but, you know, we need someone that knows the language, you know what I'm saying, that's going to fight, you know what I'm saying, because I felt like, you know, the promoter you know, could take advantage, you know what I'm saying, if you don't have that, you know. So we hired a manager. He's been with them for a few years now, and so far it's been all right, man, you know, and hopefully, you know, he can get something done, you know, this next thing going, because, you know, we deserve it.
Yeah. So with the manager, do you tell your manager, do you give him like, hey, these are the guys I want, either one of these guys or nothing, or how does that kind of work? Or does he throw guys your way and you say, yeah, I'll fight that guy?
No, yeah. So the thing that a lot of fighters have to understand, and they don't, especially a lot of young fighters that are coming up that have managers, is that you got to understand that everybody that is in your team works for you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're the boss. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Because there's a lot of times where fighters think that the manager is their boss. You know what I'm saying? Because he just takes it's not. Yeah. And my manager was real clear about that when I first signed with him. He said, hey, at the end of the day, your dad works for you. I work for you. So if you tell me to go and send a message to this person and say this and do this, I'm gonna do it. You know. Now my manager does give his input.
Yeah.
You know, he'll tell me, okay, look, I recommend we do this, but it's your decision. You know what I'm saying? I have the final say. You know, so me and my dad will sit down and we'll talk about it, and then we'll sit down with him and, you know, we'll discuss it. And then we ultimately say, okay, this, and this. You know, now the promoter's a different story. Now that's when the manager's in charge. Now it's his job to go and fight for you with the promoter.
It's pretty much an agent, right?
Yeah,
that's what it is, right?
It's just an agent.
It's
He's
an agent.
representing you. You know what I'm saying? And so you want a certain fight, so it's his job to try to make it. You know what I'm saying? Then he comes back with, hey, they said this and this and that. You know, and then they want to give this money. Okay, you know, we want this. So go back and do it. It's a long, sometimes it takes weeks, man. Dang. You know, for negotiations to happen.
How hard is it to fight? Like, I know you're signed with Top Rank, right? Mm-hmm. So how hard is it to go out and get an opponent with like Golden Boy or Mayweather Promotions? Or
man, that's a tricky thing. You know what I'm saying? That's complicated sometimes. You know what I mean? Because, you know, not a lot of promoters want to just have in-house fights. You know, it's easier. You know. Yeah. But like a mega fight, that's when things get complicated. Like you seen the Ryan Garcia, you seen the Pacquiao Mayweather, you seen Spence and Crawford, you know, you seen all the scenarios, you know. Sometimes a lot of things don't happen because of that, you know what I mean? So it's just like I said, it all comes down to, you know, people. It's because the promoters want you to fight on their network. You know what I'm saying? It's like Top Rank wants this mega fight to happen on ESPN, but then PBC, Heyman wants it to happen on PBC, or Golden Boy wants it to happen on DAZN, you know, or Eddie Hearn wants it to happen on DAZN, and you know, so that's when stuff starts things start getting just complicated. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it gets hard to make.
Yeah.
You follow UFC?
Not really. No? I'm not too. Not really, man. I don't really follow UFC.
Yeah, I just like their business structure. They don't have all the different promoters, so they got one guy calling the shots, and he makes all the fights, and it kind of gets rid of all that kind of gray area.
No, yeah, and you know, and where I don't follow UFC, but I do know how the system is, you know. Yeah. And I do know that they have like a one champion for each weight class, you know, just one belt.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, that's pretty cool. You know, I actually went to the UFC facility. It was pretty awesome, man. And when I was in Vegas, I went out there, man.
The PI?
Damn, the UFC facility is amazing, bro. All the stuff they have, all the access of stuff they have, man, it's pretty cool.
Dang, that's crazy.
The crazy thing though that I didn't think about, and I think it was JoJo the last time that talked about the belts. It was, I didn't look at it from a fighter's perspective, but he was like, hey, you know, it's kind of sometimes.
We asked him if he liked there being multiple belts in the division.
Yeah, or just one single belt.
Yeah.
It's like the pro is that each fighter gets a different payday. Mm-hmm. So that kind of hypes you up to that you're a champion. Multiple people are getting paid and the thing, which is kind of true in the sense, right, that, hey, if you only have one belt, that champion is the only one that's really getting paid. So in that perspective, I can see it. I guess it's more fights to make, but I do feel as like a fan that sometimes the promoters get in the way of like seeing the fights that want to happen and so forth, and just the different companies working together, like you said, right? If somebody's signed to a different promotion company, it just takes so long for those fights to happen that sometimes it's just like, either the fighter's not at their best. Like I believe like the Mayweather and Pacquiao, they weren't in their prime anymore when that fight happened. Good thing the Spence one is gonna happen.
Yeah,
that one's gonna.
It's a good one.
Gonna happen.
Who do you got in that fight? Spence Crawford.
Man, I'm 50-50 on that one, man. It's literally like a coin flip to me. Like I like Crawford just because of, you know, just how he adapts and he can be lefty, righty. I think he can make so many different adjustments. You know.
Yeah.
But man, with Spence, you know, like he has power. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be a good fight, man.
It's
gonna be a good one.
Hey, how did you score that Loma Haney fight? Who did you have winning?
I had Loma winning, but like he won by like a round or two.
Yeah.
But I'm not mad about the decision. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's the biggest robbery. There's some people that are overdoing it, bro. Oh, that's the biggest robbery in the past, bro. No, it's not. You know what I'm saying? Like in my eyes, you know what I'm saying? Like if you want to beat the undisputed champion, bro, you gotta make him look really bad or knock him out. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, you made Haney look, you know, a little less than what he always does, but you know what I mean, you only beat him by like a round or two, but you had to close that 12th round.
Yeah, the 12th round he took off.
He took off, and that showed a lot, you know, and man, I think Haney, you know, it's not. I'm not mad on the decision. You know, I think Loma won, but not enough to beat him.
Yeah, not the biggest robbery, huh?
No,
I've seen way bigger.
Yeah, I've seen. Yeah, there's been way bigger.
Way bigger robberies.
What about the? I think he's a current champion, right? That I guess his opponent got hurt and you were gonna step in and he was calling you guys were calling each other back and forth.
Yeah.
I forget how to pronounce his name.
Yeah, Regis Progress.
Yeah. So what happened there? Just negotiations fell through?
Yeah, so man, that was a crazy situation because I woke up one morning till my phone just going crazy, bro. Like it's just like social media like was blowing up, and then I was getting a lot of messages, and I was like, what the heck is this? You know, like it's like dang, you know. And then I get a call from a buddy of mine. He's like, hey, bro, so did you get that fight? And I was like, what are you talking about? What fight? He's like, the Regis fight, bro. Like, you know. And I was like, nah, bro. I was like, I think that's fake news. You know, I don't think. You know, I haven't heard nothing, bro, from my manager. And right when I said that, my manager calls me on the next line. I'm like, what the heck is going on? So I answer it, and yeah, sure enough. So Matchroom, so they're paying him like, you know, in the million, you know, he's getting paid like 1 point something. So the budget that they had for that fight, they didn't have a lot of money left to pay someone else. So they wanted to pay me money that was not going to be worth my time. Like I was still thinking of taking the fight. I was like, of course, for the WBC, like I want to run it, you know?
Yeah.
But you got to compensate me for the risk of, like, you got to understand this guy's already 6 weeks into camp. Like he's training, like he's training for a championship fight. You know what I'm saying? I am not training for a championship fight. I'm just in the gym running. I'm not even sparring. I'm just sparring maybe on Saturdays, a few rounds, 6 rounds, you know?
Yeah.
I was like, so I'm behind 6 weeks, you know what I mean? So you're going to compensate me for that 6 weeks, you know what I mean? Like, and this is supposed to be the biggest fight of my life. So how do you want me on a 4-week notice to just be like, oh yeah, I'll take that fight, you know what I mean? Like when you're not gonna, the pay's not gonna match the risk, you know? And what this is what a lot of people don't know, bro. Like this is what a lot of people like, and it gets me because, and this is why I don't go on social media too much, bro. Because I don't want to read comments and the negativity, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And but a lot of people were like, oh, you know, he ducked him. That was his chance for a belt. You should take it. This and that. Woo. Like Regis made a video saying like, oh, you know, hopefully I don't hide behind the business side of things. You know what I mean? But that was BS, bro, because you know, Regis was supposed to sign with Top Rank, and I was supposed to be his first fight under Top Rank. So we kind of already had negotiated the purse once he signed. So Top Rank was like, oh, he's gonna come in Sunday, he's gonna sign, and then you're gonna make the deal the next week. He didn't sign. He went with Matchroom. Why? For whatever. That was a business decision on his end. You know what I mean? So he wants to come at me saying, oh, hopefully you don't hide behind the business. You just been hiding behind, bro. You just made a business decision for yourself. So how are you not gonna tell me I can't make a business decision for myself? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So that you're contradicting yourself.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So I was like, whatever. You know, that was that. And then he made another video saying like, oh, I don't get you fighters. You guys have a chance to fight for the WBC. If it was me, I would do it. No, you won't. And then he made it
say when you have a payday, right?
Yeah,
when you have the
when
payday,
he's already guaranteed his million.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I would say the same thing. You know what I mean? Like, you know, so and then he made a video saying, you know, that I seen him on a podcast actually. It was like an interview he did saying that I got offered 3 times of what I've ever made on a fight. I'm like, show me the receipt on that. Bro, if I would have got offered 3 times I ever made on a fight, I'm taking that fight, bro. I'll make the weight, trust me. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna try my hardest to be ready. You know, I know you got the edge, but hey, I'm going to New Orleans, bro. But if I'm getting 3 times, let's do it. It makes sense for me and my family. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, this is my job, like just like it's his job. You know, he's making sure he's getting his million right. I want to make sure I get paid right. You know what I'm saying? To feed my kids. You know what I mean? And so I was like, bro, show me that. No. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, people don't understand this. From that money that I was going to make from that fight, I still had to pay right off the top. I had to pay 20% of Top Rank as a promoter's fee because I'm fighting on another promoter's card, another TV network. Oh. So, right, that's off the bat. I'm paying 20% on my purse to Top Rank for them allowing me to fight on another card, another promoter's card. That's off the bat.
That's crazy.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And then still got to pay my father and my manager. So you're talking about like half of my purse gone. Damn. And then you got Uncle Sam that still got to get me at the end of the year.
Yep, exactly.
You know what I mean? So it's like, so you're telling me, bro, that I'm actually making more money in my past 3 fights that I fought, bro, than I'm gonna make on this fight. You know what I mean? On a 4-week notice, bro. Like, and then why wouldn't you want me at 100%? I want you at 100%. Yeah. So why wouldn't you want me at 100%? You know what I mean? It doesn't make so that guy to me, man, like I always respected Regis. I respect him as a fighter still. But as a person, I always respected him. I was like, oh man, this guy kind of talks some truth. You know what I mean? I didn't know the truth about him and Ramirez when that whole thing happened. Oh yeah. But now I'm like, man, this guy's BS. Like, you know, at least with me. You know what I mean? Because bro, if you're trying to say that whoever gave you the information, they're gonna pay me double or triple, bro, show the receipts. Yeah. Put it online. Yep. Let's see.
Yep.
You see who's lying, bro. I'm not lying.
That's what sucks about the internet. They could go on and say whatever they want, dude, and then they don't even have to prove it. They don't even have to show the receipts. They could just say it. Some people are gonna believe it. Some people won't.
Everybody's gonna believe it, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And I even put on a comment to Regis to say, hey, bro, why don't you DM me your number? I'll DM you my number. Let's talk about this in person, like on phone. You know, because I'm not the type of person that goes on social media and does all this, bro. I don't like it. You know what I mean? I was raised different. You know what I mean? Like I'm raised the old school way. I'm not raised like these kids or this guy. You know what I'm saying? And so maybe that's my fault. That's why my social media my following ain't as big. But bro, I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna do all that.
When you fuck with real people, you fuck with real people, right? Yeah, that's it. That's generally what it comes down to. You'll find out real quick who's real and who's not. I heard that the Crawford-Spence fight got done that way. I heard that they were saying Crawford was saying that he called up Spence, dude, and they kind of worked out the details that weren't getting done between them two. And that's how the fight ended up getting done. I think that's a good way. That's a good approach.
Yeah, it is, man. Yeah. Like when I found out, about like Teofimo and his dad talking all that mess, or Teofimo's dad talking that mess, I sent his dad a personal message, bro, on Instagram.
Oh shoot!
I sent Teofimo a personal message on Instagram. I didn't want it to go to social media, but they didn't respond to me. So I was trying to get their attention. I couldn't get their attention. So I finally, I heard his dad was gonna go on a podcast. I have a good friend, like a friend of mine. So I called in, and then I still tried to keep it simple. But then we started going, bro. I was legit mad. I wasn't even playing. I wasn't even doing it for social media, bro. I was legit mad. You know what I mean? And I was like, man, like, like you really got my blood boiling, And then, but yeah, man, I try to do things, on a personal level, But the video that I made to respond to Regis, I felt like it had to be done because of the video he made, I was like, bro, like, why are you doing that, bro? Get out of here with the business side of things, bro. You've been doing the things for the business your past year or two, you know what I mean? Yep. So
yeah, there definitely has to be worth it for you to take, especially a 3-week notice, a fight on it. To risk your record, you're risking a whole lot, right? Yeah. And like you said, at the end of the day, you're your company, right? At the end of the day, you're risking your whole company based on taking a fight. So it has to be worth it to you and your family at the end of the day.
How important is it? I'm sorry, but how important is it for you to keep that undefeated, that O in your record for your whole career? Is that important to you? Is that something that?
Nah. Well, see, that's what I was gonna say. Is that I don't mind my record, bro. Yeah. I'm not one of these fighters that I want to keep I don't, bro. I'm gonna put up a good fight no matter what. Yeah. I feel like I beat Regis. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm the best 140 pounder. You know what I mean? All the odds are against me, bro. I'm going to New Orleans, corrupt as New Orleans, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that's the first fight. I don't know how long they had there, and it's all for him. You know what I mean? So if a fight does go to decisions, there's a good chance I get robbed. You know what I'm saying? So to me, I don't care about the bro. Like I'm gonna put up a good fight. You know what I'm saying? But it's a compensation. At the end of the day, it's a business. You know what I mean? Like I gotta feed my kids too. You know what I mean? Like I gotta make sure that if I'm gonna take a 4-week camp, if you're 6 weeks ahead of me or whatever camps you do, like you have the upper hand. You know what I mean? I want to get compensated for that. You know what I mean? Like bro, the O to me is like I'm not. I'll fight anybody, bro. I'm not scared to lose the O, bro. That doesn't matter to me. You know what I'm saying?
What's more important to you? Like if you had to weigh it on a scale, if you had one fight and it was gonna be either a big payday or a decent payday, but for a belt, what's more important to you, like the belt or the money?
Man, that's a hard one because your dream is to always be a champion. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But to me, family comes first. Right? You know what I'm saying? So if I can get the payday and beat the guy with the payday, then I'm gonna get another payday with a belt. You know what I'm saying? So my family comes first. My kids come first. And any boxer that says, bro, they're lying. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
So of course, of course, the payday in my life is more important than than a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? So
what about Rolly Romero's another champion in your division, right? Yeah, he just won the belt. What was that guy's name that he beat? That guy.
Was Barroso or something. Yeah.
That was a crazy fight. Do you think it was an early stoppage?
Oh man, that was a horrible stoppage. Man, they gifted him that, bro.
Yeah, that stoppage was crazy, dude. I don't know. I think maybe even if they did let it continue, maybe it does stop him. He looked like he was wearing out, but I think it was stopped way too early. Way too early.
Yeah, man. Barroso was ahead in the scorecards.
If you're a champion, you gotta let the guy defend his belt, man.
Go down. Yep.
You can't take it from him like that.
Man, it was bad. So I think Rolly might fight King Ryan, right? Supposedly, I don't know, but see, the thing is crazy to me, man. That's the thing about like this, the ratings and the politics. Like Rolly had coming off a loss and he got a title shot.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's what it doesn't make sense to me either, man.
Yeah. And I'm like, damn,
they didn't offer you that fight,
bro? No. And I'm just like, dang, like this is the thing that like used to like get me like, bro, mad and sad, depressed, because of stuff like this, man. You know what I mean? Like, you work your whole life for this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I put in 28 fights in my career in the 140-pound division to get to number 4 ranked in the world. You know what I'm saying? Like, and bro, I'm the only one on the top. Like, I'm ranked number 4 in the world, right? If you go on BoxRec and all that, bro, everyone above me has already had title shots. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm the only one that hasn't had not even a shot. It's crazy to me, bro. You know, like, Ramirez beat a guy, Mike Reed, and got a title shot, and I beat Mike Reed right after that, right after he fought him, and I still haven't got shit, bro. So I'm like, damn, that's crazy. It's
crazy because, like, even Ryan, right? Yeah. I could see if he went to a complete war with Tank, right?
Yeah.
But early stop, right? Done at 2 rounds, and then if he fights Rolly, it's technically for a title, right after at 140, right? Dude, he's going back up for a title. That is crazy to me. Also, he hasn't proved anything at 140, right? So how would he get a title shot at 140? Right away. Also, right?
It's
that's what's nuts to me, bro.
It's like, crazy,
bro. It just doesn't make sense.
And that's the thing, though, bro. Like, it's just more like now, unfortunately, you know, social media is now another part of the job.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And that's not a job I'm good at, bro. Like, I could fight, but I can't do the social media. I don't know what to do. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of stuff that gets posted is like a lot of people recording me and they send the video to my buddy. He posts it for me. You know what I mean? And it's just like, man, like, I don't know what else to do. Like, I can't do dances, bro. Like, you want me to do a dance? I can't do that. You know what I mean?
Teofimo could dance, brother.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I can't do that, bro. Like, I'll leave that for you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't do that stuff, bro. Like, but you know what like really trips me out, bro, and I'm gonna tell you guys the truth. You know, when Teofimo fought in Vegas, like, he's from Vegas, right? I went to the fight when he fought Campa, bro. It wasn't even sold out. A couple of thousand people, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've been to fights where these guys that have like 100, 200,000 followers, bro. When you go to the fight, they don't have nobody there, really. Bro, you go to my fight, bro. I sold out Pachanga, like, a couple of thousand people, bro. I have the solid people, bro. They're following me, you know. Like, my followers are solid, you know. They're not fake, they're solid. You know what I'm saying? And you see a lot of followers, a lot of boxers that have a big following, bro, but they don't sell out. You know what I'm saying? Like, you hear my manager always clown on Regis because he has this big old following, bro, but he never sells out a show or nothing. You know what I mean? You know, but and it's crazy, bro. Like, you know, it's like, dang, you know, but hey, it is what it is, man. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, bro. I don't even know what goes on with that world. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. It seems like everybody, from 135 is now moving up to 140, So that you guys' weight class is gonna get. So if you had, let's say, 5 top fights right now that you would take, who are the fighters right now that you would jump in the ring with automatically right now?
Well, 4
the paydays are good.
The 4 would be easier because it'll be the champions. You know what I'm saying? It'll be Regis, it'll be Josh Taylor, it'll be Rolly, and it'll be the guy. Who's the IBF? I don't think the IBF has a champion yet, but it'll be those guys first.
Okay.
You know, and then it'll be like Ryan coming up, or Ryan or Haney that are kind of the same. You know, it'll be one of them two coming up. And if Tank comes up too, you know, any of that, bro. Like I said, I want a big name, or Ramirez. And Ramirez, I feel like it's been a long time coming.
Yeah.
You know, I've been hearing his name ever since I beat Mike Reed after the guy he beat. You know, I've been hearing his name, bro, for years. And now we have the same manager, and now it's kind of weird, but you know, that's a fight that can get made. You know, and you know, Ramirez is a very respectful dude, man. I like him. You know what I'm saying? He has respect for me. I have respect for him. But I know if we had a fight, bro, it would be a war. You know what I'm saying? Because of his style and my style. I'm not gonna try to box. I'm gonna stay in there, bro. You know what I'm saying? So and that's the type of fight with Regis too. If I also fight him, I'll do the same thing. You know, so there's some good fights to be made, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, a lot of talent in there now, man. I think
like that's the most exciting in boxing right now, like that division, like that.
Absolutely.
135, 140 right there. There's a lot going on.
Now they just got to make the fights happen, dude. They got they have all the talent there. Now they just how you guys just got to make those fights happen, but the talent is definitely there.
Yeah, there's like with all these names like you said, we mentioned, like there's no way I don't get a big fight coming up. It's impossible, bro. It's impossible, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't see it like you know, like I'm really, you know, big in my faith right now, and I'm saying like, you know what, I'm really being really patient, bro, because you know, boxing, like I said, used to get me, man. You know what I'm saying? Used to get depressed, bro. I'm like, man, like I wouldn't answer people's calls for a few days, bro. And people would be like all worried. And now, bro, I just pray about it and I just wake up, man, I'm good. And the only thing I can control is training. That's all I do. Yeah. It's the only thing I can control now, man. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, have you got that because you haven't got that big title shot or anything like that? Like you don't have to throw the number out there. But have you made that like life-changing money in boxing yet? Like that it's actually like changed the way that you guys are living?
Well, you know, one thing that like, you know, off of boxing I could say just to, you know, I bought my house with boxing. You know what I'm saying? That's my job. You know what I mean? That's what I do. I made money to make investments. You know what I'm saying? To live comfortably. You know what I'm saying? My goal when I first started boxing, it wasn't even to be a world champion. My goal, when I started making decent money, my goal was to buy a house first for my kids. That was always my goal. I want my kids to have their own room. That's always my goal. Yeah. I got that now. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm focused on being a champion. You know what I'm saying? If not being a champion, finding the biggest names and getting the biggest payday so I can provide a future for them. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not just going to give it to them. They're going to work for it. It's just like I was taught to, but I'm going to have something for them, a foundation, that they can build on. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's awesome, man. Yeah. Is there anything that you venture off into outside of boxing, like any type of businesses or anything?
Yeah. I've been trying out a lot of things. The first business that I opened was a trucking company with my dad.
Oh, okay.
We opened a trucking company.
Nice.
I
like the big wheelers, the 18.
Yeah,
like
the big, the semis. Yeah,
semis.
Yeah, so we opened that. I do I got into like the real estate game with a buddy of mine and flipping houses.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we flip properties. Also got into like my own promotion stuff. So like I started off with I've done 2 comedy shows already.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I've done one in Pomona. I had like Concrete and Jay Valentino were good buddies of mine.
Oh, dude, we had Jay Valentino on here.
Yeah. So we the good friends, man. The real cool, humble people, man. Those are real good people right there.
Yeah.
So I had them on a comedy show. I had Willie Barcena. I had what's it? I can't believe I just drew a blank right now, bro. I forgot his name, but I'll get back to it. I'll come back. But and then I had 2 comedy shows. I'm doing a concert in August. I think it's August 5th. I'm doing a concert at the Fairplex, and then after that concert, we haven't announced it yet, but we have another comedy show coming. And then
work with the Los Toxicos or what? All of
them? Well, we did a show with Toxicos. We're gonna do another one, but it's gonna be after the comedy show that I'm doing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so hopefully we get because they're booked, man. They're doing big things.
They're tearing it up.
So I kind of like, hey man, do your thing. You know what I mean? Congrats to you guys, man. So cool. They're doing their thing, man. So we're just trying to, and then I got a company that I'm in the process of opening right now. We got in the process of doing all the paperwork, getting everything legit. Now it's a matter of buying the main thing we need, but I don't want to speak until I open it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to let you up like, and then it doesn't open. So yeah, but it's already in the process of doing that. And I'm also flipping cars. My buddies from Active Collision. Yeah, Active Collision, man. He's a real good friend of mine, my buddy Leo. So we're doing a lot of stuff like that too.
We gotta get him a side hustle hat, dude. Yeah, side hustle king right here too, man.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, that's awesome, brother. That's what I like to see that, man. Especially like in the Hispanic community, man. Is like, when we start making money, it's like investing it like that, man. Just going in different directions, right? Mm-hmm. And that's awesome, man. That's awesome that you're putting your money to work. Yeah. And you could build a future even better.
Nah, you're not gonna fight forever. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of fighters, they get caught up in like, when they get a little money, they want to spend it on jewelry and fancy stuff. You know what I mean? Like I don't really care about that. You know what I mean? So I rather spend it on some quads for my sons, so they can have fun. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
That's cool.
You know what I mean? So.
Hey, what about a YouTube fight? Would you get in there with any YouTubers or anything like that?
Of course, man. Shit. Whatever pays the bills, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
How do you feel about that? Like them coming into the sport?
Oh man, look, to be honest, like I've always been a supporter of it. Like I'm not a person to hate on anybody's money, bro. Never. You know what I'm saying? So if they got famous on their YouTube and they're gonna be a fighter and they're gonna get paid for that, that's and all the boxers want to complain and cry about it, bro. That's your problem for not doing with being known on whatever, social media. And that's my fault. I can't complain on it, bro, because I'm not a YouTuber. I'm not big on social media. You know what I'm saying? So maybe I'll get paid different or get the bigger fights if I was, but I can't complain about it. You know what I'm saying? And I think like Jake Paul, for example, he's done a lot of good things for the sport. You know what I'm saying? I heard he's paying his fighters good. He manages. He's getting them paid good. He made the Serrano sisters like the first like a millionaire, female millionaire. Yeah. He's doing good things for the female fight. I know he opened a gym that in Puerto Rico that was kind of like a big gym and that was gonna close down. He kept it open, and I firsthand, man, like I knew he was doing good things in the sport was when I was watching a fight, right, and there was these kids they were there. It was a Jake Paul fight, and they were like, "Oh, Jake Paul's gonna fight, bro." They never watched boxing in their life. Yeah. They're kids in high school. Yeah. So, bro, they sat there and watched all the fights until Jake Paul fought.
Okay.
And then they started following fighters, and now they watch boxing because of Jake Paul.
Oh, all right.
So it just goes to show you how many different eyes that he's brought into the sport.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, man, I'm all for it.
That's cool.
You know what I mean? That's pretty cool. He's kind of brought like the newer generation into the sport. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because there was a time, right, where boxing was like, people were thinking that it was fading out and it was becoming like an old man sport, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I can see it that way too. They're bringing the younger eyes back to the sport, right?
Yeah.
And watching it, yeah, that's a cool way to think about it. What do you think about him actually as a boxer? You think he can actually fight like legit boxers because he's putting in the work, Jake Paul?
Well, man, he fought Tommy Fury. He's a legit boxer. I know, and you got to give him credit, man. What people don't understand, like, Jake Paul has, like 7 fights? 8? I don't know how many fights he has.
Something like that.
Yeah, but me and my 7th fight, I didn't fight anybody in Tommy Fury's caliber.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Jake Paul held his own. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, I think, he's been putting in the work. You see the improvements he made, man, drastically, so he can do something.
What do you think about the Nate Diaz fight?
Oh, man, man, look, I'm a Nate Diaz fan. Just personality-wise, I like the dude, man. He's real cool. But I think Jake Paul's going to hurt him, man. He's going to really knock him out cold. I think so.
Yeah? You think just because the weight difference, too, there?
Not only the weight difference, man. I just think, oh, man, I just hate to say it because Diaz, man, he's kind of he's been through a lot of wars, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, older fighter going in there. Yeah,
you can see him kind of a little slow, man. So it's like, man, Jake Paul's just going to, I think he's going to put him to sleep.
Damn. All right.
That's I'm excited to watch that one.
Yeah.
It should be good. Yeah. I don't know. Andre Ward talks about Nate Diaz's boxing, says it's pretty good, right? Because they trained to spar together a little bit, right?
I don't know, man. I don't know what Andre Ward said, but I just know what I see. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't pay really attention, but man, I think that Jake Paul's gonna put him to sleep, but I could be wrong, man. Who knows?
Boxing. That's right. Boxing, right? Any given day, right?
Yeah.
That's true. Because, in all honesty, even when he fought, did you know right away that Tommy Fury was gonna take him out?
No. I actually thought that Jake Paul had a chance to beat him.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. I thought actually Jake Paul was gonna drop him.
Well, Tommy Fury was an underdog, right? I think Jake Paul was a favorite, right? Wasn't he?
Yeah,
I think so.
I don't remember.
I think so, maybe. But yeah, I know Jake Paul was heavily hyped over that because they had tried to make that fight for a long time. Yeah, and then it finally got done, and it was interesting, man. I was surprised that he took it as far as he did, man, and he hung with them though. He stayed in there.
He's come a long way from his first fights.
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
You can see he's putting in the work. He's getting better, and he's hanging in there with a professional, man. So
yeah,
and we always said, they're not. That's what everybody I think forgets too, is they're not unathletic kids, right?
Yeah.
They're athletic kids, man. They come with wrestling backgrounds. They played sports, so I think that's a little easier for them to get into it like that.
Oh yeah, they're athletes, man.
Yeah,
when you're an athlete, you're an athlete.
Yep. So I seen something that you're looking to fight 3 times this year.
Yeah, man.
Trying to get active, stay active.
I was trying to fight 3 times this year, but I don't think that's gonna happen. Hopefully I could fight by August or September. You know what I mean? For sure, I should fight one more time this year. You know what I mean? So I'm just staying positive and praying about it, and hopefully that happens.
Nice.
Yeah,
man. No, I think we've said it all, right? You got any businesses or anything you want to plug?
No, I just give a shout out to my sponsors. Everlast, Snack, Active Collision, man, Arcasa's, real estate, and man, just the ABJ brand. I got also Hustle and Dedication clothing brand, that that I'm gonna start pushing more. And
it's your brand?
Yeah, it's my brand. Okay. Yeah, Hustle and Dedication.
Oh, that's
so it's a HD. So that's gonna start coming out with some pretty cool merch for that. So hopefully we get it going soon.
What's that gonna be like? You gonna have a shop, or is it gonna be mostly online?
Mostly online.
Oh, okay.
We already have some stuff out. But my last fight I did a collab with Big Sleeps. He's an artist.
Right?
Okay. Yeah. So I was out there actually.
I think he worked with Represent a little bit, right?
Yeah, Represent. So
he has his brand.
Yeah. So I was at the convention, this past weekend.
Oh, okay.
And I was with Sleeves, man. It was pretty cool. He's a cool dude and great artist, man. And Deffer were there. I met Deffer. He's a pretty cool dude too.
Nice.
Shout out to those dudes.
So if they wanted to purchase your merch right now, where do they go to your IG?
Yeah. I had the link on my bio, but I put the concert that I'm having on the bio. So I think it's at abj.com, and you can just go on and order stuff on there.
Oh, you said a concert. What kind of music?
Well, cause we're gonna do different stuff. So so we're having like so what we're doing is we're having the same around the same time. So this is the first annual music festival, right? That we're Knockout Music Festival that we're doing. So this year is more like King Lil G and Drummer Boy, and then next year will be like we'll have some corridos. I have someone big going on there. Okay. And the year after that, we'll do something different. I want to do something different every year.
You have Valentino DJ in there, or what?
Yeah, well, now Valentino, you know what? I had wanted to get Valentino and Concrete to host it and Valentino DJ, but they have I think they're booked that weekend. Yeah, but it's cool, Like I said, they're doing their thing, man, and I have nothing but love for them. So, so hopefully they stay busy, man, there because they're killing it right now.
How'd you get connected with them? Just.
Man, with Concrete, oh man, I don't remember really too much. I don't know if it was social media, but me and Concrete did like a skit at the gym.
I seen that. Yeah.
Dude, we gotta link that skit, dude. That skit is hilarious.
Yeah,
bro.
we did a skit, and it got a lot of it. It was pretty big. So we did a skit. When I first saw
it, I thought it was real, dude. Like I thought, like
this guy it is real. I'm gonna knock him out. But now we did a skit, man, and then I met Jay through him because we had wanted to start doing the comedy thing.
Oh yeah.
So he's like, how much did you see to my boy? So then I met Jay through him, and man, we just became cool, man. After that, we started doing business, and business became a friendship, and now it's just it's pretty cool.
Yeah. Are you linked up with like Sepulveda and Jerry Garcia too?
Yeah. So I mean, so the comedy show that I did with Toxicos in Fullerton, I wasn't able to be there because I was in training camp in Big Bear. Oh, okay. So I wasn't able to be there. So I didn't have social media either. Oh yeah. So I didn't really. So I met Jerry. I met Sepulveda, but and I'm cool with Jerry too. I've had a couple of lunches with him, but it's more through Concrete and Jay.
Oh okay.
Yeah.
You get recognized like a lot right now when you're like out and about? Like
Yeah, I do, man. I do. Like for example, when I went to the tattoo convention, I got love there.
All right.
When I tell my daughter, just like you get people there too. It's pretty cool, man. It's a good feeling. Yeah. You know what I mean?
You ever feel like anybody's like sizing you up? Like I think I can take this.
No, never. No, that don't happen. You know what I mean? Because for the most part, man, I feel like a lot of people respect me because I respect everybody.
Yeah.
Until I get disrespected. You know what I'm saying? But
at what age did you get your first tattoo at, man?
Man, like 17.
17?
Yeah.
All different artists and everything?
No, so 17 I kind of had like almost the whole sleeve done. I kind of covered a lot of stuff up, because it was a pass, bro. You get dumped.
Yeah.
So it's for you kids out there getting tattoos, make sure it is what you want. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm a lot of my work is done by Luis Arias, out of Long Beach. My cousin did my neck. His name's Big C's. He was an ink master.
Oh, okay.
So he's my cousin. He's from my mom's side. He did my neck. I'm hoping to get blessed by Fernie from Manifest Ink. So he's a great artist, man. So I'm hoping him Big Sleeps is gonna bless me too.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. So he's gonna there's also a female artist, man, that she does a lot of good work, man. And she's in Big Sleep Studio too. Her name's Yelly. So she does really good work. So she might do something for my sister and hopefully do some work on me too, maybe.
You have more room, like on the legs, or what?
No, I got some room, a little bit on my stomach. Okay. I got my whole back free.
Yeah.
So,
that's right. Yeah.
So I got my chest done and I got my arms and stuff, but I got my whole arms done and everything. But yeah, and then I got recently like a small one, by Big Lazy. He's in the studio right here. So I like to get blessed by. a lot of people think it's weird, but I like, bro. They're good artists,
Yeah, that's awesome.
Cool.
Hey, how much would we have to pay you, brother, to advertise our logo, like in the tattoo on your calf or something? How much is that space going for, dude?
Hey, I'm gonna have to make sure it's super light so I can go over it.
To go over it. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Hey, last thing, man. So my boy right here, he doesn't believe that a body shot could put you down, dude.
Oh shit! No,
he wants
I never
to take a body shot from a professional, dude.
No,
yeah, you got a glove here, or like, should tell me I would have brought a glove.
We'd have to hit it at the gym, dude. So then, if I shit myself, dude, like or leave right
come to the gym, bro. It's right here in Ball Gardens.
We have to go to the gym, dude. That'll go viral, bro.
We'll have to go to the gym, dude. I didn't say that it couldn't. I said that I wonder how it actually feels, bro. Like if it's that bad. I didn't say that it couldn't.
I've been trying to get him punched by JoJo, Chris Ariola.
Nah, hey, bro, they do damage, bro. They hurt. I've been hitting some fights. I'm like, like that.
Hey, no, I seen you do a body shot actually. Where the guy was like,
dude, he was like screaming, bro.
Yeah. He dropped him with a clean body shot, bro. I was like,
bro.
That guy couldn't get up, bro. I was like, crap,
bro. And it's crazy because when you practice that, I was doing that in sparring a lot, bro. My sparring partner, I was landing that same, like setting him up with the hook and boom. And then like I remember this in the sparring too, like the sparring partner would do the same move. He would move this way, and he would run into it.
Oh, okay.
So in the fight, it just came natural, bro. Just boom and bah, and I heard like it was loud, like bah. And then he like went back and he just reacted. He started screaming. Dang. I was like, he's done. That's it. Like I already knew that's the one that we're gonna send to Bob.
Hey, no, I had a question I wanted to ask and I totally forgot, but it just came back. You play football, right? So, I play football. I coach football. From my son's teams from little to now he's in high school. But I know for football preparation, like film on the other team is like everything, dude. Like to get your game plan together. Do you guys do the same thing in boxing? Like, do boxers repeat like their combos and stuff like that, or is it good to watch it but not as important as it might be in football?
Nah, man. You know what? Film is really really good. And you've been seeing like let's say like for Gervonta, he does a really good film work, like on the fight with Ryan, especially, when those hooks and he came with that overhand left, like me, I got to do a better job on the film.
Okay.
Cause me, like I hate watching film because I can't sleep at night, because I'll just be thinking about it too much.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. So like when it gets closer to the fight, I'll watch more film, but and then recently as like my last two fights, we done a good job as a team, because we're in big, wherever we're at, and we're just isolated. We're not doing nothing, bro. So my dad and my cut man, Don Chew, he's also my trainer. He'll be like, all right, let's sit down and watch film. So we'll sit down and watch fights. The fight of my opponent, because I remember that opponent's not gonna come out the same way he comes out on his fight. He's getting ready for you too.
Yeah.
So to me, it's like we gotta kind of work on a lot more mistakes that we make.
Okay.
Because he's gonna try to capitalize on that.
Those mistakes.
Yeah,
gotcha.
But there's also, you look at the film more to see like their habits. Like Ryan's habit was that hook. That hook.
He always like drops his hand.
They dropped his hand with the hook.
Yeah.
So Tank seen the bad habit and boom. So he got him. So I got to do
it was so crazy because Tank was calling it out, but he was like, the hook's all you got. Hook's all you got.
Yeah.
And he didn't change anything, bro.
Oh yeah. That was bad coaching or whatever, bad on his part, but it happens.
All right, cool,
man. But appreciate you coming out, brother. Thank you, man. Thank you. Sorry we delayed it. Sorry, Bob.
Bob's got you, man.
Bob's gonna come through, man. But
we're rooting for you, man.
We're rooting for you. Your next fight.
Want to see you a champ.
As soon as it's announced, brother, we'll see if we can make it, man.
Man, appreciate you, man. Thank you, man. Hopefully it's out here somewhere, man. I haven't fought over here in a minute. So
hell yeah, brother.
Arnold Barboza, man. Appreciate you,
brother.
Man.
Thank you guys, man.
Good luck.